At the heart of fry station training is quality control. In this section, we will discuss frying procedures and tips for ensuring oil quality and consistent results.
Now we're getting down to business. This is some of the information you will need to put into practice on a daily basis. Remember, developing good habits comes with practice.
The main thing to remember is that proper oil maintenance helps extend the fry life of the oil, reduces the number of times you will be required to change the oil, and makes cleanup easier.
Although you're going to learn that changing the oil isn't difficult, you will certainly want to do all you can to ensure the oil lasts as long as it can, so you don't have to change it out as often.
Now we're going to go over 10 good practices for frying. They're pretty easy and will certainly make your job easier if you follow them every time you fry. Right, Bradley?
Absolutely.
Number 1, before you begin frying, always start by turning on the exhaust hood. This will help maintain a safe and more comfortable working environment. Number 2, frying begins with filling the fry pots with oil. Fry pots generally have lines on the inside marking the level to which they should be filled. If you are filling the fry pot with new oil, fill the fry pot to the lower of the 2 fill lines. Oil expands as it's heated and will rise to the top fill line as the oil approaches cooking temperature. If you're topping off a fry pot while it's at operating temperature, fill it just under the top fill line. Frying with too much or too little oil can affect the quality of the food being cooked and the oil itself. Frying with too much oil requires more energy to keep the oil at proper frying temperature. Frying with too little oil causes the oil temperature to change dramatically as the food is dropped in the oil, increasing the workload of the oil. And if the oil gets too low, it may result in some foods not being fully submerged in the oil when frying. Both can result in uneven cooking and inconsistent food quality. Number 3, turn on the fryers after filling the fry pots and allow them to reach set frying temperature before starting to fry. Number 4, load fry baskets away from the fryer and the oil. Use a designated area, such as a prep station, which can catch any excess breading or broken pieces. This is also a good place to remove any excess water or ice crystals. Food particles and water can both be very damaging to the oil. Number 5, it is important not to overfill the fry baskets. The proper fill depends on the food being cooked, but as a general rule of thumb, the fry basket should be half full or less. Completely filling the fry basket can result in food being undercooked and appearing greasy or soggy. Number 6, fry foods for the fully allotted time. Accurate frying time ensures foods are properly fried and provides better and more consistent food quality results. If you're frying a basket of fries or anything with multiple individual pieces, you will want to give the fry basket a little shake after a few seconds in the hot oil. This will help keep the fries from clumping and assure uniform cooking. Number 7, allow foods to drain. When lifting fry baskets out of the oil, allow the excess oil to drain back into the fry pots for approximately 10 seconds or so before emptying the fry basket. This will reduce the amount of excess oil on the surface of the food, help keep the fry station clean, and reduce waste. Number 8, always salt or season food away from the fryer and the oil. When salt and seasonings get into the frying oil, they speed up the rate of oil breakdown and can cause foaming, dark color, and off flavors. Number 9, remove particles that float or settle to the bottom of the fryer. It is impossible to keep all food particles out of the oil, so be sure to skim off floating food particles as frequently as possible. This may mean after every batch or two. You can use the crumb scoop to retrieve those pieces that settle to the bottom of the fryer. Sometimes food particles and sediment collect around and inside the drain valve. The cleanout rod is used for clearing the drain valve area should it become clogged. Number 10, filter frequently. Filtering is such an important part of maintaining the quality of the oil that we will discuss this subject separately and in more detail later in the training. Now it's time to test your knowledge on frying procedures and tips for ensuring oil quality. Name 3 of the 10 tips we discussed for proper oil handling.
Why is it important to fill fry baskets only half full?
Why should you salt or season food away from the oil?
Let's review the answers.
Name 3 of the 10 tips we discussed for proper oil handling.
Number 1, before you fry, turn on the exhaust hood. Number 2, when filling the fry pot with new oil, fill to the lower of the 2 fill lines. Number 3, allow fry pots to reach set frying temperature before starting to fry. Number 4, load fry baskets away from the fryer and the oil. Number 5, fry baskets should be filled half full or less.
Number 6, fry foods for the fully allotted time. Number 7, allow foods to drain before emptying the fry basket. Number 8, always salt or season food away from the fryer and the oil. Number 9, remove particles that float or settle to the bottom of the fryer. Number 10, filter frequently.
Why is it important to fill fry baskets only half full? Completely filling the fry basket can result in food being undercooked and appearing greasy or soggy.
Why should you salt or season food away from the oil? When salt and seasonings get into the frying oil, they speed up the rate of oil breakdown and can cause foaming, dark color, and off flavors.
Way to go! We hope that you got all of the answers correct.
If you did not get them all right, or you want to review the frying procedures and tips for sustained oil quality, please start this section over. If not, let's continue.